25 years old, Robert Cassidy already knew one thing with painful certainty. The world was not built for men like him. He had spent his childhood watching others rise, while he remained buried under poverty. His early years were filled with bitter winters, empty plates, and a father who worked himself past exhaustion. Life could be cruel, and fairness was something only the wealthy could afford. Yet even through all those hard years, he held on to a small dream, a decent job, a peaceful life, something simple, something honest. But every attempt to build that life was crushed. Every ranch treated him like he was disposable. Every promise of fair wages turned into excuses. Weeks of hard labor ended with nothing but tired hands and more disappointment. And the law? The law looked the other way. If a poor man like Robert complained, he was trouble. If a rich man complained, the sheriff came running. Cassidy carried that anger quietly. He wasn't loud. He wasn't violent. He simply felt a burning inside him that never went away. When Robert left home, wandering across the West, he discovered a harsh truth. Honesty didn't pay. Survival did. He worked in mines where men coughed their lives away. He tended horses for ranchers who didn't care about his name. He passed through dusty towns where hope felt as thin as the air. But everywhere he went, he met men who were just like him. Tired men, hungry men, forgotten men. The frontier had no mercy, but it gave him something powerful: brotherhood among the broken. One cold evening, sitting beside a dying campfire, Robert met two riders who would change his life forever: Tom McCarty and Matt Warner. They didn't hide who they were. Their clothes smelled of long rides, danger, and gunpowder. Their eyes carried stories of survival. Banks ain't protecting people like us. Banks rob us every day. If the world won't give you a fair chance, take one yourself. Those words hit Robert deeper than they expected. For the first time in his life, he felt understood, seen by men who carried the same burn inside their hearts. Robert didn't join them right away. For weeks, he listened more than he spoke. He watched how McCarty planned every move. He studied how Warner examined towns with sharp eyes, counting guards, measuring distances, memorizing escape paths. He learned something unexpected. Outlaws weren't wild. They were smart, disciplined, strategic. Every night by the fire, they shared stories. Stories full of anger, laughter, fear, and hope. Slowly, Robert learned how to read a town without a single word, how to judge the distance from a bank door to a horse in seconds, how to understand fear in someone's eyes, how to move without being noticed, how to plan an escape that left no trail. And for the first time, Cassidy felt something he rarely felt: belonging. One morning, McCarty said, "We're hitting the bank in Telluride." Robert wasn't supposed to enter the bank. His job was simple: guard the horses, watch the streets, and get the team out safely. But simple doesn't mean easy. Standing outside that bank, listening to the shouting inside, Robert felt his heart pounding like it wanted to break out of his chest. For a moment, he questioned everything. Is this who I am? Is this who I'm becoming? He placed a hand on his gun, not out of desire to hurt anyone, but to remind himself of a promise. Never harm the innocent. Never take more than needed. Never let greed control him. Inside, drawers slammed. Voices trembled. Footsteps scattered. Then McCarty and Warner burst out with bags of cash. Robert acted on instinct. He leaped onto his horse and rode hard, the wind slicing across his face. They escaped. That night, sitting around a fire, Robert stared at the money. He waited for guilt to hit him, but it didn't. Instead, he felt something far more dangerous. He felt justified. The world had taken so much from him, and now he had taken something back. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Cassidy trained harder than ever, riding faster, shooting straighter, planning every detail like a man whose life depended on precision. He became the quiet thinker, the man who scouted towns at sunrise, the man who memorized escape paths, the man who vowed to protect the innocent no matter what. People started whispering his name. Not Robert Cassidy, but something new, something stronger. Butch Cassidy. His reputation grew because he wasn't cruel. He wasn't reckless. He refused to kill unnecessarily. He treated townsfolk with respect. And sometimes, he shared money with families who needed help. Even lawmen admitted quietly, Butch Cassidy ain't like the others. The birth of a brotherhood. Outlaws came and went, but the men who rode with Cassidy stayed because they trusted him. They believed in him. They believed he could lead them into a new kind of outlaw life. A life built on loyalty, skill, and purpose, not greed. One ride at a time, one heist at a time, the legend grew. A brotherhood began to form, a group of riders who would shake the entire West. And at the center of it all was one man, a man forged by injustice, driven by principle, shaped by hardship, and destined for greatness. The world had tried to break Robert Cassidy, but instead, it created something else entirely. Butch Cassidy, the outlaw the West would never forget.